Hey everybody, this is Kenny C from Triple Threat Wrestling Radio, and I am joined with an indie pro wrestler out of Northern California. Her name is Davina Woles, and she is joining me right now. Hello, Davina.
Hello, how you doing, Kenny?
I'm doing real good, and I just want to thank you for taking the time off your schedule and doing this interview.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
So, how did your wrestling career first get started?
I started training when I was 18. How that kind of came about, I started training with Big Time Wrestling. It's in Newark, California. So, just like any other kid, I've been watching wrestling forever. I started attending their local shows when I was about 12 or so. So I kept going to their shows, and once I found out, like, that they did training, I knew that I wanted to do it, but I wanted to wait till I was 18. Like, I had graduated high school, and I got my car, and I was able to do it on my own. I didn't have to rely on anybody. So I started training with them, with Jason Styles, and had my first pro match probably about 6 months after in September of 2008. Yeah, 2008. And, yeah, I've been wrestling with them ever since, been traveling more, and it's kind of how I got started.
And who were your favorite wrestlers growing up?
I was a big fan of Lita, of course, because when I was a teenager, she was really big in that era. I was a fan of Ivory, of course. I've met her a few times. She's one of my all-time favorites. And I really liked Molly Holly, who I just recently met, too. She's pretty awesome. But I was, like, the hugest fan of Lita and the Hardys. I couldn't get enough of them.
You know, those three names you mentioned back in the Attitude Era, where the Divas division was worth watching compared to what it is right now. And you mentioned that you met Ivory and Molly Holly. What were they like in person?
Ivory is she's like how she is on TV. I mean, if you guys remember, she's so energetic. And I remember the first time I met her was right around when I first started going to the BTW shows. They had like a fan fest thing, and I was so nervous. And she kept like shaking my hand, and she was just like, "That's so cool! Like little girls coming out to watch wrestling just like me." And she was so excited to like meet other girls that were into wrestling. And then I took a picture with her, and she looked at me, and she was just like, "I'm going to see you in the ring one day, aren't I?" And I was like I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Yeah," because I already knew that like this is what I wanted to do. So I met her like a few times after that with Big Time Wrestling, and she's like the nicest person ever. And Molly, she's also really nice. I told her that I had been watching her career like as I grew up, and like since I started training, I started watching her more, and looking at it in a different way, not just as a fan, like learning from her. So I think she really like appreciated it, and she had given me one of her DVDs that she was selling it was the Wrestle Reunion in LA. And yeah, she was really nice. I was surprised that she's still really interested in how wrestling is right now.
Now that I think about it, and you are right as it pertains to Ivory, she's very energetic. I kind of think of
Yeah.
her like the Energizer Bunny. She just keep going and going and going.
Yeah. A lot of people say the same thing too. She never seems tired, no matter like what kind of day she's had.
And you have had the chance to wrestle some very talented wrestlers throughout your career with the likes of Amber O'Neil, Sarah Daraway, who, by the way, just recently reportedly got a WWE contract.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what I've heard.
what's it like being in the ring with those ladies who pretty much on the indie scene have paved the way for wrestlers such as yourself?
And well, personally for me, just Sarah Del Rey, when I found out I was going to be able to I actually teamed with her against Amber O'Neil and Sassy Stephanie. So that was the first time like meeting all of them and everything. I was really excited because of course Sarah Del Rey's been around forever, and like just like other women, I've watched her at different indie shows I've went to. I've seen her wrestle, and I've watched her, and just being able to like be in the ring with her. And while I was in the ring, seeing her on the apron cheering for me, or like when we did double team moves and everything, like I don't know, it was so it was weird to me. Like I still kind of think it's weird. I sound like a square, but she was really cool, really nice, and her, I mean, she's the best, and she deserves that she does get to WWE. She deserves that. And Amber O'Neil, she was fun to wrestle. I wrestled her a few times since after that, like in singles matches. I didn't know, I wasn't too familiar with her before, like I was with Sarah Del Rey, but once I found out I was going to wrestle her, I started doing research and seeing how much she's been around and, you know, traveled, and she was like in the first Shimmer, so I was like, yeah, this is somebody who's I can learn from. So, I mean, it was really cool. I'm really happy that I've been in the ring with those girls like that.
And big ups to Sassy Steffi as well. Most
Yeah.
definitely from the WSU umbrella and part of the Midwest Militia. And I interviewed her like last year. She's a sweetheart as well.
She
Um,
is.
but when she's in that wing with those Midwest ladies, she means business.
Yeah.
So, do you have any upcoming shows?
Yes, I do. A week from tomorrow, I wrestle for Big Time Wrestling in Newark, California. I wrestle Casey Spinelli. She's coming down from Canada, actually. I recently wrestled her in Canada this past April. So now she's coming down and she's wrestling here in California. So that's btwrestling.com. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. And then the next day, on Saturday, we go to Vendetta Pro Wrestling, and we're wrestling each other again. And let me add that both of these shows have Chavo Guerrero featured on them, and he's the man. We've had him on one of our shows before, and he's awesome. Everybody loves him. So if you guys are in any of those areas, the first show is Newark, California. The next show is in Lompoc, California. Check out Vendetta Pro Wrestling for that one.
All right, that's DT Wrestling and Vendetta Pro Wrestling. Be on the lookout for Davina Rose. She will be in action in both shows. Go out there and support your indie pro wrestling. No matter where it is, go out there and support it. Hard-working men and women out there that is destined to be in the big leagues one day. So, and besides, it's definitely worth the look and checking out. All I can say is go out there and support indie pro wrestling, wherever you may be, and go check out Davina Wells. This lady right here has a bright future in this business, and sky's the limit for her. And she works hard. She's dedicated, and I see great things in store for Davina in the near future going forward.
Thank you.
You are
Appreciate that.
you are so welcome. Is there any wrestlers out there, male, female, that you haven't worked with but would like to be in the ring with someday?
Off the top of my head, I would really, I don't know how possible it is now, but I wish I could have the chance to wrestle Sarah Del Rey one-on-one. I just think I could learn so much more from her being in the ring with her. And also, although she is my mentor and I've helped her out in Shimmer and everything, I really like to wrestle Serena Deeb because of the same reason. She's amazing in that ring, and if I could be half as good as her and know half as much as her, I would be one happy person. She's awesome. Male too. That's a let's see. If I can like team up with a guy or something. I really like Dolph Ziggler right now. He's really impressing me. And The Rock. I would like to team up with The Rock.
You know, I guess I can say that, to quote a certain NBA champion, it is about damn time, as it pertains to Dolph Ziggler. Just days removed from Money in the Bank, he's won that briefcase, and now he has a chance to cash it in. And this guy, I can't believe that he was once a cheerleader for the Spirit Squad, and now look at him now.
Yeah, I know.
Good for him. It's long overdue for Ziggler. Um,
Yep.
and why don't you go ahead and promote your links that people can get in touch with you? Facebook, Twitter, or any other links that people need to know.
Okay, actually, right now, all I have for like fans if you guys want to keep in touch or talk with me or whatever, I have my Twitter at it's Davina Rose. And if you guys, you guys can feel free to email me if you want to book me or anything. That's it's davinabookings@yahoo.com. So that's where you guys can contact me, talk to me, book me, whatever you want.
And what are some goals that you'd like to set for yourself? Not just for the rest of this year, but going forward.
My ultimate goal right now, I'm really happy with what I have going on right now. I've gotten to wrestle some awesome people. I've got to meet awesome people, travel. This whole thing with Shimmer, I've done 2 tapings so far. So I have that to look forward to. I'd really like to move up in the ranks in Shimmer in the future, and maybe go for tag team titles or the title someday. As far as like going big time, I would love to be in either TNA or WWE. WWE has always been a dream, of course, for like everybody growing up in this business. TNA seems like it'd fit me right now. It's a lot more competitive, and the women athletes are awesome. But WWE seems like they may be going in the right direction. Signing Del Rey and everything. If that does go through, or if it's true or whatever, I don't know. So, maybe they are picking things up. They've been having women's matches on Raw and everything. So WWE is probably like the ultimate goal, and whatever I got to do to make myself known. Just like Del Rey, she was around forever, and she never stopped working hard, and she's finally got her chance. So I think that's the attitude that everybody should have, is never give up until you get to where you want to be, and that's what I want to do.
What do you consider as the highlight of your wrestling career thus far?
Thus far, it would have to be the last time I was at Shimmer. It was, what volume was it? Volume 46, I believe. I teamed up with Mia Yim, and we took on Ray and Leon, which were Joshi girls from Japan. This match, I was so nervous about going into, because there's these Japanese girls who don't speak English, and they're different style. They're a lot more hard-hitting, strong-style wrestling. And, it's not something that I'm used to. I wasn't trained that way. So it was very intimidating to me. And even, teaming up with Mia Yim, because she's been in Japan, and she's done a lot more than I have. But being in that ring with them as that match started, and there was a moment to me where it all got quiet, and I was standing in the ring facing both of those girls, and Mia right next to me, and all these lights, everybody started taking pictures, and the crowd, of course, is quiet and respective and watching what's going to happen. But it was just I felt something inside me, I can't believe I'm here doing this and wrestling these 2 girls from Japan. And that match was the best match I think I could have ever had. Everything went good. I did some things that I've never done before. I've taken moves that I've never taken before. I don't know how to explain it, but when I think back of an actual highlight, and for that company, Shimmer's the company where independent women want to be. So I was so humbled to be in that position, and yeah, it was a good moment for me.
Shimmer, that has to be the WrestleMania as it pertains to being a woman wrestler. That's where you want to be to say you made it. That you're a wife. You are acknowledged as someone that they have faith on, and they believe that could have a longevity career. So that's definitely big right there. What would your advice be to anyone out there that wants to be a professional wrestler, that wants to be at where you are right now. And it obviously it takes a lot of hard work and dedication. But what would your advice be to anyone that wants to be a professional wrestler?
My advice would be if you really have the passion for it, because in this business you won't make it without having the passion for it. If you just think it looks cool or you want to do what they do on TV, like honestly, you won't last a week because it does take a toll on your body, and you're not going to want to keep going through with the training if you don't really love it. And if you do really love it and you feel like this is something you want to pursue, I would say do it. And once you start doing it, give it your all. And throughout your career, make sure you keep giving it your all. Know that you can never stop learning. You just stay humble, and as you start making a name for yourself or start traveling more or meeting new people, you're going to meet so many people, and you're going to go through bad promoters and good promoters and people that are going to down you and make you feel negative. Just remember that kid that wanted to be this wrestler, and always remember to keep fighting for that kid inside of you that wanted to be the wrestler, and just keep thinking that, keep going forward and stay positive, because there's so many things that could put you down in this company, or this business. But if you really love it, it's worth it to keep going.
You can follow Davina on Twitter at It's Davina Rose, and if you are in the California area, you can check her out at DT Wrestling and Vendetta Pro Wrestling if you are in the Northern California area. Just keep a lookout and check out Davina Rose in action, and you won't be disappointed. I've seen her matches on YouTube, and I know I live far away, but hey, that's the beauty of the internet. You get to see what's going on. And just be on the lookout. That's all I'm going to say about that. Before I let you go, Davina, before I end this interview, I ask all guests to do this. It's like a station ID. It's like a voice drop. All you have to do is say your name. And right after you say your name, you say you are listening to Triple Threat Wrestling Radio.
Alrighty. This is Davina Rose, and you are listening to Triple Threat Wrestling Radio.
Very talented lady, has a very bright future. Thank you so much for your time, Davina. Great talking to you. I wish you nothing but the best going forward. And do you have any final words and shout outs?
I just want to say thank all of you guys for listening. Who's ever listening, make sure to follow me. Ask me any questions you like. And if you guys are in the Newark area, come check out BT Wrestling next week. Or Lompoc. I believe that's like a SoCal area. Come check it out. Come talk to me. Come check out Chavo Guerrero and all the other great independent wrestlers we have on both of those shows.
And once again, as I said earlier, support Indy Pro Wrestling.
Yes, do it.
What she said. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This will conclude the interview.